Alright, what's up, gents, and probably like the two girls that watch me here on YouTube. What we're going to be going over today is the YouTube acquisition system that is so disgusting, it makes me an extra 30K a month. Okay, so we're going to be showing you how to develop a YouTube acquisition system. So this video, we're going to mainly talk about the system of YouTube, but you can take this, what I'm talking about here, into any other aspect in your life, because what we're really talking about, the core thing, is how to develop processes that become automated and make you money. And we're just using YouTube as a vehicle to explain this. So you can copy and paste this YouTube system, but we're going to be diving deep into system creation that you can figure out how to actually make systems and bring them over to anything you want to do. So yeah, this is going to be a great video, and you can see it's working out for me. It's actually making me an extra 30K a month. YouTube is the place to be on in 2025 or before 2025 if you actually want to win, right? If you're a crypto gym bro and you want to stop dealing with Instagram and now charging less and less for what you're making because everybody understands the game, no connection, no trust is being developed, then you need a YouTube acquisition system. It becomes a sales accelerator. Hey, YouTube combats the trust recession that we're in, okay? This is the problem we're facing. Trust is at an all-time low. And what YouTube does is combats this. YouTube develops more trust than any other social media platform out there. And it's because it's a sales accelerator. Think of a VSL, a video sales letter. That is all designed to sell people. The more time, the more you explain your system, the more you're doing what I'm doing right here. It just develops more connection with people, and trust is needed in order to sell somebody, and YouTube does that. So let's get into the system that I have developed for myself. So it's kind of running on autopilot. I'm only spending 1 to 4 hours a week, maybe, on YouTube. We all count up all the time I actually get put into all this stuff. Yeah, it's only like 1 to 4 hours. And really, you need a system for ideation, a system for coming up with thumbnails, a system for scripting, and then a system for actually booking calls and selling people. And this is really what it is here. If you want something like this, go ahead and check out the link in the description. We're going to be able to install all of this going on right now, but I'm going to be showing you how to build it on this video, just a part of it, like the actual YouTube creation and systems, how to nail that down. Okay, so if you want this installed, go ahead and check out the link. If not, totally cool, all up to you. So system awareness and leverage. Understanding systems to work less and earn more a month. That's something that you need to understand. It is a way, right, for you to put less time and earn more money. Okay, a lot of you guys are doing this. This is your time here. And this is your ability to make money. You guys are putting in way too much time to make money, and you need a system. You need to know that systems create leverage. And then we're going to be going over my 30K YouTube system, how to build a $30,000 a month YouTube system so that you're only spending 1 to 4 hours a week, running it efficiently without sacrificing so many hours, and actually getting sales as well. And then we're going to show you how to put it on autopilot, really just dive deep into systems here. So first you need to understand what is a system. And by the way, if you can count the number of times I say system within this video, I want you to put it in the description. And if you get the accurate number of times I said it, then I will send you $500. So probably going to be saying it a lot. But if you want to make a lot of money doing little work, you must master system creation. It's how you break free from hustle mode, is by building a system. And if we look at the biggest businesses in the world, the reason why they were able to scale is because they were able to create a repeatable process, make it efficient, and produce the same quality, if not make better quality work. I'm going to use McDonald's as an example. Whether or not you want to call their hamburgers quality, probably definitely not quality, But the reason why they're so big is because they were able to replicate a process 100-fold, right? And make 1,000 McDonald's. I mean, God, everywhere you go, there's a freaking McDonald's, especially in the US. You could be in the middle of nowhere and Bumble, and there's gonna be a McDonald's, okay? Because they're able to create this process that was able to get them money in return and repeat it, right? They mastered operations, they mastered the standardized procedures that were able to create the same exact burger anywhere in the world. I'm in freaking Japan and I can get a burger from McDonald's and it tastes the goddamn same thing. So that is why, right? Anyone can acquire a skill, right? You can acquire a skill, and when you've acquired that skill, you can sell it for money, right? Most people can sell it. Like if you know how to do copywriting, you can sell that for $5,000 a month, okay? If you guys are struggling with that, there's more videos on how to get your first 10K, but if you're somebody who is a copywriter, you have a skill that you're selling for X amount a month, right? The hardest part is to take that $5,000 a month and multiply it by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and get 50 clients for yourself so you're making $1 million a year. And that requires a system, a standardized process, and knowing how to create standardized processes in order to scale it out, right? Any Joe Schmo can sell a skill, but the top 1% of people, right? The top 1% of creators here on YouTube and Instagram, what they've done was able to sell their skill 100 times over and be able to do it efficiently and with the same quality. And that's where system creation comes into play. It's the highest leverage skill that you can learn in your entire life because you get your time back, you scale your business even more, allows you to focus on other things, allows you to focus on creating other systems that scale your business even more. Okay, it's the highest leverage skill. I can't say that enough. If you don't want to be a broke crypto gym bro, then you need to understand this aspect. So how do you even go about creating a system? All right, so to understand the process of coming up with a system, you have the inputs. Okay, this can be, if we're going back to a restaurant or creating a cake or something like that, the inputs would be all the ingredients. Okay, you have flour, eggs, milk, sugar, right? That's the inputs. The process is the actual step-by-step things that need to happen in order to get this thing done. Okay, so for the cake, it could be mixing the flour with the egg, putting the milk in, putting it in the oven, baking it at a certain temperature, letting 2 hours pass. I don't know how long it takes to make a cake, but letting 2 hours pass, and then you have your cake. And that's the output, the dream scenario, what you want. You want a really great tasting cake. And you're doing this in an arena of a kitchen, right? That's the area that you're doing this process in, or this system. And you want to make the cake better. So you get feedback on it. All right, you eat it, right? Does it taste good? If not, there's some things that need to be tweaked. Maybe you need more sugar, maybe less sugar, maybe more flour, maybe better icing, right? And then you go back into the inputs and repeat it the entire time. So to understand this is really important. And by the way, shout out to Charlie Morgan and KJ Rainey. They have great videos on this. This is kind of where I got it from, and we're going to be applying it into YouTube. So understanding this process. So system development, making the system. One, we need to find the desired outputs. What is the desired goal you're trying to hit? All right, so for this YouTube system that we're doing, the desired goal is to increase the value add, book calls, and sell your product. Without understanding the goal, you cannot understand or begin to implement the steps in order to get that to that goal. You have to be clear in your vision of what you're trying to do. And here on YouTube, the sole purpose, I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to build an engine that will run very well and get a bunch of book calls, because the more book calls I get, the more sales I'm able to make. So that is the desired goal. Okay. And then we're going to find all the inputs. That's number 2 in order to get to your desired goal, desired output. Okay, so example for the YouTube system is you're going to need ideas. You're going to need scripts, thumbnails, copywriting skills, editing, 2 videos a week, great marketing funnel, Calendly setup, follow-up process, closing call, yada, yada, you freaking get it. There's all these inputs that need to happen in order to get to our desired output, which is anywhere we're trying to hit here is between 30 to 100 plus book calls from YouTube itself. Now, we're not currently at that. The great thing about it is that we're getting a bunch of qualified calls. And qualified calls, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, leads to a great amount of sales. So you don't need technically a lot of book calls as long as the people who are coming in are qualified. But that's the goal. That's the desired output that we're trying to hit. And we're seeing this as all the inputs necessary in order to get to our desired goal, which is a bunch of book calls. Step 3 to developing a system is making the actual process. But you need to understand step 1 and step 2 in order for this to happen. What is the actual process, right? It's turning these inputs into outputs. What needs to happen in order to get to the output? So first thing, idea hunting. Second thing, expand on winning idea. Copyright an entire video if needed, or mirror board an entire video like I'm doing now. Record, upload to Drive to Edit, design a thumbnail, quality control, upload video, write descriptions / chapters, funnel link in this description, book call infrastructure, follow-up sequence. You freaking get it. These are all the processes that need to happen in order to turn these inputs and get our desired outputs. Okay, so the system construction is 1, define outputs and desires. 2, find the inputs and then turn every input into the steps needed. So for YouTube, these are all the things that need to happen in order to get to 30 plus book calls a month. Okay, and then you want to iterate on it. System iteration is making it better. Okay, so to do that, right, you can't just build something once and then expect it to work. That's why we have this feedback loop here to see what's, if things are going right. Going back to the cake example, the cake tasted like shit. You're gonna change it up the next time. You're gonna change the inputs. You might add more flour, add less flour, add more sugar, eggs, whatever is needed to make the cake taste better. And that's what we're doing here on YouTube. So the defined goal that we have is quality and quantity of book calls. That's the whole entire thing that we're optimizing for. Once you have that defined goal, you need to figure out what are the variables of success. You need to identify everything that leads to success, okay? So with the YouTube system, it can be number 1, the value of content that you're creating. Are you hitting on solutions? Are you providing solutions to people's pains? Are you informative? Does it resonate with the audience? Is it entertaining? The click-through rate. Does the title and thumbnail provide that curiosity gap where it taps into the psychological need of the person scrolling through and clicking for them to want to clarify on that psychological need of the curiosity? Is it doing that? Those are the variables of success for a thumbnail. The intro, after they click, are you confirming the click visually? Does it line up with the thumbnail? Does it line up with the title, right? Does it fulfill on the promise, is what I'm trying to say. And does it do that visually and auditorially? The thumbnail, just talking about that, facial expressions, colors, contrast, tech design, composition, right? These are all things, all little micro variabilities that can cause a video to do well or not. Watch time percentage. Is it easy to consume? Was the articulation there? Was the pacing there? Was the storytelling there? Then what's the landing page book call conversion? How many people are on the landing page and booking a call? There's something wrong there. Something needs to fix, which leads to, so number 3, iterate on variables. Log what you can change within the system. Okay. Was the intros a bit weak? How can you make that better? Did it lack energy? How can you make that better? Did the thumbnail composition was off? How can you make this better? And for every single YouTube video that I make, with me and myself and my editor, we're going through this entire process. We have a list of all the variables, the one video that we just put out, was there things that could have made this better? And this is it's some of them right here. The intro, did it fulfill on the promise? 5, missing key elements to the value fountain. And what the value fountain is, it's just a couple of like key pillars that you need to hit on in order to actually provide value to the market. Because the game that we're playing is providing value to a market. And once you provide something to the market gives you something in return, right? And that something in return is money, is them paying for your product. Okay, and there's a couple of key value pillars, right, that come out of the fountain that you need. So one of them is entertainment. The other one is solutions. Are you providing solutions to your audience? Does it resonate, right? Resonance. Information. Are you providing information that the market wants to understand or wants to know, right? There's a couple others within this, but these are the key ones that you need to hit off. Okay, and then going back to this, number 6, the energy was a bit low. These are things that we're judging within the video in order to lead to success. So once you have all these things, you can iterate on them, but you need to understand what they are. You need to write them down in order to make the system better. Because what we're doing is building the best engine possible, right? If we're going to do YouTube, we want to do YouTube right. And the engine that we're trying to build is an engine that is fast, an engine that's efficient, and an engine that lasts a long, long time, all right? And to do that, you need to iterate and find out what are the key elements that will make your engine way better. What are the key parts you could put into it? Do you need another exhaust pipe? Does it need to be a V8, right? These are like, what are the things you can put in the engine that will make it be efficient, be quick, and last forever, right? I don't know if a V8 would be the best to make it efficient or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so that is the entire process that I am doing when it comes to YouTube. And that's how with each video, in my opinion, it gets better and better and better. And when it leads to more and more qualified book calls. Okay. And then the next step here is, how do you actually automate it? How do you get your time back in everything that you're doing? Not just only on YouTube, we're going to be talking about that, but everything that you build. Okay. Like I was saying before, the best thing you can do as an entrepreneur is spend little time and making a lot of money. And YouTube is one of the best vehicles in order to do that. Because one video can last 5 years. And that one video can lead to over 100 plus book calls, right? And the one video only took an hour to make. And it's all automated, right? I didn't have to spend time uploading things, talking to the editor, whatever, yada, yada, yada. It's all done because I've created automations around this. I don't touch my YouTube channel. I don't actually upload to it. And this allows me to spend less time to make more money. All right. And just to remind you, wealth comes from building the system. Either you are the one who's building it or you're the employee. I'm going to say that again. Either you're the one building the system or you're the employee. Because what an entrepreneur truly is somebody who's able to build an engine that makes them money. Okay, or you're the other person actually building that engine. So there's kind of two ways to build a system or build an engine. One is to leverage technology. How can you use technology to make this YouTube process more efficient / automatic, right? There's a couple of technology stacks that you can put in there. Editing presets, right? Every time a video gets edited, are there certain elements, certain text, or whatever that goes into the video that can already be predefined so that it cuts down on time? Okay, so that could be like a sound effects pack. It could be one of them. AI cut down automations. This is a software that can be used to cut down your video and makes the time of editing a video a lot faster. Frame.io for quality control. We use Frame.io in order to point out certain areas that could be fixed up or things that could be added to the video. And it makes it a lot easier and more efficient to get the corrections done. And it makes sure that nothing is missed as well, instead of doing things in Google Doc. Okay, thumbnail tech, Photoshop presets. Can there be a defined font that you use? Could there be a defined color grading that you use to the photo or whatnot? These are all really important. And then Frame.io for quality control. Video uploading / tracking tech, right? Drive, Notion Content OS, AI description writer. These are all things that save a lot of time, and it also gets chapters out there as well. Sales tech, CRM platform, all right? People are going from YouTube to booking a call. Is there a way to make sure that people aren't falling out of the process? Are they being funneled into a platform where you can view all the data? Have yourself or somebody call up that person and get them on a call. Calendly, booking calls, email sequences, making sure that people who don't actually book a call end up booking a call. So these are all things to leverage technology to make your desired output, which is getting a ton of book calls and sales, a whole lot better, and it buys your time back. The other thing here is leveraging people. How to use people to make your system more automated and efficient. This is really important. And something that I would say as a business owner, maybe I kind of struggled with in the beginning. There's kind of like two things you need to get over with that. One is just you need to be comfortable in telling people what to do. And then the second thing is you need to, I guess, kind of be comfortable again to control somebody's life in a way. Because as an entrepreneur, you're definitely thinking different from what most people think like, right? So in doing so, at least I had this when I was talking to employees, I just gave them too much freedom in order to get things done. Because I was like, for me as an entrepreneur, I don't like being told what to do. So why would I tell other people what to do? Okay, so I had to break that belief. But it can become one of the most powerful things within your business. I am not here to be a solopreneur. I am here to scale to 100K, 200K, 300K, all the way up to $1 million a month. That is my goal, $1 million a month. And you need to leverage people. You're not going to be doing that as a solopreneur, but you can do it with a small team. With this whole YouTube thing, you only really need 1 to 3 extra people on your team, depending on how far you want to scale things. With one, you can get to $100,000 a month, pretty simple. So with editing, delegate the editing process. Have an entire SOP on how to do your style, right? For me, I have this entire doc where this is my style. If we're going to be doing animations within our video, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is the fonts that we have. This is the sound effects, background music. The intro is supposed to be like this. Here's the things that we cut out. Here's how long the video should be. It's in an entire SOP so that anybody, right, any editor, if we brought on another editor, would know exactly how to do my style. Thumbnail design. Delegate the thumbnail creation and also create SOPs around that. Fonts, color grading, examples of what it's supposed to look like, the psychology of a thumbnail. Have that all in an SOP so that when you give it to somebody, they're able to do it right away. Video uploading and posting. A lot of time is actually spent when it comes to uploading a video, the description, the time it takes to move something from Drive, download it, upload it. This actually ends up eating into your time as a business owner, right? For me, it probably was eating up, I don't know, something like an hour to potentially 3-4 hours a week of just uploading stuff. Okay, so we get a VA to upload our videos, have a description SOP, a scheduling SOP, sales system, a setter and closer. And if you want something like this, check the link in the description. We go over how to install this YouTube acquisition system and have a sales system on the end of it as well that will help you patch up your leaky funnel, okay? And then the last thing that you want to do here is optimization and make it efficient. And that's what SOPs are. So I was saying that before. These are standardized operation procedures. Basically, it's a step-by-step process on how to complete a task, okay? And you need to do this for everything that technology doesn't delegate, or even with technology, because you're going to be combining leveraging people with leveraging technology. They're going to be using technology. So you have to create an SOP. Okay, download a video from your content OS, your operating system. Number 2, how to name it, how to title it. Number 3, where to upload based on the label. Is this a YouTube video? Is it an Instagram video? When to schedule it out, the SOP on that. What are the steps to scheduling it out? What gets scheduled out? How do you schedule things out? What days do you schedule things out on? This all has to be written down in a step-by-step procedure. Making sure links work, downloading the thumbnail from the Content OS, uploading the thumbnail, inputting the right data to post, how to schedule, just talked about, and scheduling rules. These are all things to make it more optimized, right? To make leveraging people way more optimized. All right. So that is basically how to come up with systems and how to do it through YouTube. And now to the entire YouTube 30K a month system. This is what you need into your business. And now I'm going to be going over the entire YouTube 30K a month system for myself. Okay, this is what I'm doing. So the input with this is info and creator agencies with pain. The process of this is views, conversions, and value delivery. All right. And the output is info creators and agencies with a solved pain. And the feedback is results and metrics that we're getting. And then there's subsystems within this. So we're just talking about YouTube, going from raw content to book calls. That's the YouTube system. Then from book call to close, the sales system. And then the value delivery. So when they close, are they being satisfied? Are they meeting the promised transformation that we're giving them? So you can understand this is the entire game that I'm running here. And with that, we've developed a system and subsystems for each part of the process. All right, so that is the entire YouTube system that you can implement within your business, as well as just how to create systems in general. If you found this valuable and you want us to install this so you don't have to waste time, and all you have to do is show up on for a YouTube video 1 to 4 hours a week, and you get a ton of book calls, anywhere from 30 plus book calls a month, and landing $20,000 a month in high ticket clients, then go ahead and check out the link in the description. And it's up to you if you want to do that, but we'll install this entire thing into your business right away within like 7 days. So if you want to do that, go ahead. If not, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.